So first of all, hello, Diana. It's a pleasure to be here with you. So the answer to your question, it could take a little bit of explaining. So we try to take students by the hand in a concept and a technology that we feel is going to have an influence in several aspects of society. So we didn't want to do a very specific educational venture that is only impactful on a very small percentage of professionals. So our approach is to try to explain things in a spherical perspective and start from absolute zero. So if you have the conventional understanding of mathematics, computers, and very basic economics, you will be exposed progressively to more advanced information, which you can explore at your own pace in the free course, and then more specialized information in the actual masters of digital currency. So that being said, the professionals which might benefit more from this type of education right now are the people who are looking for a competitive advantage in their careers, and they feel that their industry is going to be impacted significantly by the presence of cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. We're trying to give the tools to everyone so they can figure out for themselves as blockchain professionals what the impact will be in their line of work. So the job of academia in this sense is to be more explorative and try to figure out what potential use these technologies will have as tools. So understanding how the tool works and how you can make it work to benefit of humanity, and in this case to create more robust monetary and payment systems, more transparent chains of trust between individuals who could be on any side of the planet. These are the aspects that interest us more, in the sense that we try to understand the limits of this tool and teach to our students how these tools can be used. Now, political and macroeconomic perspectives are something that have to do with how this tool is used. The tool itself is just that. It's not any more than that. So this means that trying to figure out exactly what this tool is capable of is very important, but we are not going to be in a position to dictate to which direction this tool might be used towards. This is a very quickly growing field, and there's a very big demand for professionals in this space right now in all walks of business, whether they are developers or whether they are business people and business developers who are competent enough in understanding the business models that dominate this space. And this is a fairly new discipline. So there's a lot of businesses being built right now, a lot of startups coming online, a lot of banks, a lot of governments are looking into this technology, and they could make use of a professional that has a formal academic education on this topic. So even if they don't want to start their own business and take advantage of the opportunities that are out there, even as employees, either in their existing companies or trying to push their career further, they could apply for jobs, and I believe that they would be considered as highly competent professionals in areas where blockchain technology is starting to have an impact. The aim of this course is to provide a general framework of education that is applicable. As a master's degree, it is applicable to what you already know. So the goal is to make you even better and expand your horizons in this industry. We aim to escalate all these disciplines to a high enough level so that the graduates will be able to choose more confidently if they want to specialize even further in this. So the general orientation of the MSc as it is now is mostly related to fintech and the business environment. In around the September of 2017, we'll be launching another master's degree, but this time it will be on blockchain software development. So this will be far more specialized, and this will be for developers who have an intense background in computer science, and they will be specialized enough to start building actual applications on the protocol of their choice, expanding these protocols further and developing it even further. That course will definitely have a need for a computer science background. So we will not teach you the basics of how to code, but we will teach you about how development takes place within open source software, and how these systems operate, how they are made, and how they can break, and how they can be, how they can exist as open source software and still remain robust and have as little attack surface as possible. One of the important things in which blockchain technology will be used, is already being used, in fact, by us, and will continue to be used in the next years, is the registration of certificates on the blockchain in a way that will make them fraud resistant and fraud proof eventually. And anyone will be able to post their certificates together with their social media background, or in social media sites like LinkedIn or Facebook or Twitter or anywhere else. And whoever wants to verify the authenticity of the certificate will be able to do it directly with the issuing authority, the university in this case. I see a lot of potential applications, especially, but these are not necessarily related to blockchain. So the fact that education is starting to change and evolve, as we've seen, you know, we do a course and we have 1,700 students on it. And the need for education is only going to increase. It's definitely not going to decrease. And people will want a more easy to access experience. So I believe there will be a lot of space for improving education further by going into smartphones and going into mobile apps and going into the attention where people are focusing it. So if people are looking at their phones most of the time, that's where education should be. No, we don't work closely with any Bitcoin company, any for-profit Bitcoin company. No, we don't. We are working with other universities, several other universities all over the world, and we're expanding this because our interest is mostly in research. Now, this is how the state is now. But if a company approaches us and wants a specific research on one of the topics which interests them, we are open to discuss this. This one course will remain free because we see it in many different ways. So in one way, we want to display the quality of our courses of the rest of the courses, so you get a taste of it for free, essentially. We want to expand the basic information around this technology to everyone that we can. So this course will definitely remain free for as far as I know. And beyond that, we want to expand this even further. So we're examining on how we can do translations in other languages so that it will be more readily accessible for everyone, regardless of the English barrier. So in the last batch, which started in September, we had around 100 Spanish-speaking students from around the world. So this covers Latin America, Spain, Portugal. So in the beginning of the course, we saw more interest from English-speaking countries. So the US and the UK and some parts of Europe. But as we're moving further, because this is the 6th time that we did this free MOOC, we're seeing the population increasing from other countries as well. And we're taking this as a very encouraging sign that there's interest in other languages and in other parts of the world as well. And we expect to see an even bigger increase as time passes.